Question for both Christine and for Max. You guys have had a couple of years to learn from people from like Katie and Jake. What do each of you feel are, now that you guys are leaders, what do you expect from your teammates, I guess?
Do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I would say one thing is just being positive. We don't want people coming and being negative on our team because that brings down the whole team. And the other thing would be just knowing when to do your own thing. That's something that I've learned a lot about, because some girls will come in and just try to stay with the top runners, and then your body ends up getting beat up because that's not what you're used to. So just like learning to do your own thing and be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Max?
Well, Coach mentioned earlier that we were talking about how our team has a good vibe going on, and that's definitely true, and it's definitely not by accident either. He's done a good job putting the team together, picking the guys that will run, that he thinks will mesh together. And over my last 4 years, I've learned that like we have a special opportunity here. We're not the biggest sport on campus, obviously, money-wise, but only like 20, 25 guys get to be in the club every year. So I think it's important to remember that we have a opportunity that not many people have as distance runners at a Division I Pac-10 school, and with this good energy that we have going on, if we can channel it, and we have injury-free season, if I can be a good leader, if everything can keep meshing as it's going, we have October 30th circled on the calendar, so that's the Pac-10 Championships, and we just got to channel energy towards that day. We got a couple other important meets coming up too, but that's a big day for us, especially since we host it. So we're looking forward to that.
Fantastic. Now, why don't you guys talk a little bit about how your training's been going, personally?
Training has been going well for me.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been working out yet, but I'm going to start doing that soon. I was injured in track season, so
right.
I'm just building up slowly.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like, what type of injury did you have?
I had tenosynovitis of the FHL tendon. So it's inflammation of the tendon sheath of the tendon that goes to your big toe.
Okay.
Greg, I know you're worried about this season, but can you kind of look back over the last few years and just see the improvement that this whole program has made? It's literally skyrocketed. What's your impression of the overall impression of the way people view Washington cross country now?
I mean, I think the big thing is, remember 2008 getting phone calls from buddies of mine that work downtown Seattle, and all of a sudden people over the water cooler over a cup of coffee started talking about women's cross country, and that's kind of strange in itself. But I think it was a collective process. From Anita Campbell as a freshman, our team, we missed making it back-to-back years, and I think that just our team became more committed, to really accomplishing what we could accomplish here. And our members, I've told the story a few times, but sitting in the tent after the NCAA championships in Terre Haute, we had just finished 9th place in 2007. And I really believe that our group missed an opportunity. I thought we could have won a trophy that day, and it just didn't happen. And we're sitting in the tent and kind of talking about, hey, what can we do in 360, 4 days from now? And our group, I think everybody just did a better job. We had a great track season 2008 spring, and then we signed a couple of just incredible young women, Christine Babcock, and I think we had a great group of talented women on our team, but the expectations changed, and it started with going to camp and talking about goals, and it was the goal. Our goal was to get to November 22nd in Terre Haute, Indiana, with the shot to go win the NCAA championship. And along the way, being ranked number 1 in the country most of the season was was great for our team. And actually that year going to the national meet was probably what our team had done at the Pac-10 championship. I think made the NCAA meet kind of a little less, not that it wasn't important, but it was kind of a foregone conclusion as long as we didn't make mistakes, it'd all work out. But but it has changed. It's changed the expectation. It's changed just the quality of phone calls and email we get from recruits. Recruiting the people that have interest from around the country, and that has changed. And I think one thing that talking to other coaches at Washington, talking to Coach McLaughlin, and talking to Heather Tarr or Michael Callahan or Matt Thurman, when Jim McLaughlin wins NCAA championship and they come back, and Jim has the trophy, and you realize, man, you can win at the University of Washington. And when our team came back, Heather Tarr said it. She's watched us come off the bus with that trophy, and she was jealous and full of it. She said, we can win here, and that was their goal. And I think, I was just talking to Leslie Gallimore this morning about her teams, and winning championships does not happen by accident. And I think it was just something that our teams had discussed, and the most important thing is the young women on our team, they bought in, and they believed in each other, and they believed what we were doing, and I love the word that we used to describe that group as we had incredible team synergy. And I think when you look at, when you're trying to get 5 women, go hit it on the same day and go have a great performance, you need that. And we had interchangeable parts that year. That year, Anita Campbell, had been to her 4th NCAA championship, and she was our 7th girl on the day. And Anita didn't walk away from 1 second disappointed. She knew in the last mile that we had won. And, and she finished, and it wasn't a big deal to her. But I think you add those things up, and it's changed the expectation of our group. I think it's changed, in a way, it changed the expectation of how we operate at the University of Washington in all of our sports. And I think, again, it made our team more visible. And then they put my face on the side of a bus, which is also scary.
I would say I view us as, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Like the synergy coach was talking about, just the connections that we have and how close we are all with each other is just something that I feel like is really unique, and that helps us run better because we know we can trust each other. I know my freshman year coming in, it was such a big jump from high school, and just to be like talking about a national championship, that was like sort of scary for me because I'd only ever won something as an individual, and just now it's every year, that expectation is already set up there, like how can we get there again, how can we do it again, and yeah, so I don't know.
The 3rd place finish is nothing to sneeze at all, but after winning a national championship the year before, how did you view that last year coming back with 3rd?
I think it's definitely a disappointment, but at the same time, like, there's so many things out of our control, We did our best, and other teams did too, and on that day we weren't the best, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean that we didn't work hard or we didn't do everything that we could have. It just wasn't the right day, the right time for us, so.